Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I'd like to say a big welcome to session number 10. That's right. We have done 10 weeks of writing tasks and 10 weeks of writing practice. A huge congratulations to you all. I am so very proud of you, and I thank you so much for joining me every week and for sticking to your writing goals. It's an absolute pleasure to help you improve your writing skills and, of course, to become more confident in this important skill. So, welcome to writing task number 10, to the video lesson for session number 10. Let's try to keep today's session short and sweet because I value your time so much and I know how busy you are, especially at this time of year. And I really appreciate that you have made the time to come and join me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we move on to today's topic, just a quick reminder to go back and watch the first 9 writing sessions if you haven't done so yet. They're completely free, and as you know, it's a fun, practical way to develop your writing skills. So please don't just watch the videos, okay? Actually take the time to sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and to do the writing tasks as well. Do you promise me? Thank you. So, watch the first 9 sessions, do the first 9 writing tasks if you haven't done so yet. But not now, because now we're moving on to session number 10. So, what is our plan for today? What will we be focusing on? Well, first of all, I'll give you a quick recap of last week's session and of last week's topic, and then I'll give you some helpful writing tips and feedback, and then we'll move on to this week's writing topic, and I'll give you some ideas for what and how you can write this week. How does that sound? Does it sound okay? I hope so. So, before we move on to this week's topic, let's quickly focus on last week's writing session and last week's writing topic, session number 9. Did you do the writing task for session number 9? Did you get a chance to watch the video? I really hope so, and I hope that you found it helpful. The topic of last week's writing session was all about your home. I asked you to think about your home, where you're currently living, and to reflect on what it means to you. So, the goal for last week's writing task was really to be as descriptive as possible and to use as many adjectives as possible. Did you do that? I also gave you some focus questions to help you plan your writing before putting pen to paper. The questions were: where do you currently live? How would you describe your home? What is special about your home? How does it make you feel living there? How does living there make you feel? So, if you haven't had the chance to write about this topic yet, please do take the time to do so now or in the coming days, because the goal of these sessions is to help you improve your writing skills and your writing confidence. And the only way to achieve that is by actually doing the writing, by actually writing, by practicing. So please do so. Okay, so that is a quick recap of the topic for writing session 9. Don't forget to try and write at least a page about your home if you haven't done so yet, okay? Now I'll give you some quick feedback from the writing task that I have seen so far from last week. I'll try and keep it as practical as possible so that you can use this advice for your future writing tasks as well, not just for session 9 and session 10. How does that sound? Good? Okay, so the first piece of feedback that I have about session number 9 is if you are sharing your thoughts, try to use some opinion expressions, some opinion words. This will really make what you are saying much, much clearer. What you are writing, sorry, much, much clearer. So you could use informal opinion expressions such as I think, I feel, the way I see it is, personally speaking, if you ask me, or even as far as I'm concerned. They're great. Or if you're writing something more formal, you could use these more formal opinion expressions, such as, in my opinion, according to me, I believe that, it is my belief that, or to my mind. How great do they all sound? Make sure you use them when you next express your opinion in either speaking or writing. Promise? Thank you. The second piece of feedback that I have is if you are using lots of adjectives to describe something, try to put them in the following order. First, we have adjectives of size and weight. Then we have adjectives of age, followed by adjectives of shape and pattern, followed by adjectives of color. Then we have adjectives of origin, and finally, adjectives of material. So, size, weight, age, shape, pattern, color, origin, material. Of course, you don't need to use all of them all the time, but if you're using any of them, make sure they are in that order. Did you know that there is a specific order for adjectives if you use a lot of them? Well, now you do. Some examples of using these might be um, I live in a large old wooden cottage. Or I just bought a large, heavy, old antique mirror which has a beautiful oval silver frame. There you go. Beautiful sounding, much easier to read because they're in a specific logical order. My third piece of feedback for session 9 is if you want to use adverbs and adjectives together, please make sure that you place the adverb before the adjective. Why? Because the adverb before the adjective describes the adjective. It gives the reader more specific information about the adjective. So, for example, if you say, it is incredibly special, incredibly is giving me more information about special. It's telling me how special it is. Another example might be, my home is extremely modern. How is it? It's extremely modern. I'm giving more information about how modern it is. Or I could even say, the dining room is especially bright. There you go. So add verb plus adjective, not the other way around. Are we good? Fabulous. So there we go. That is some quick feedback from the writing that I have seen so far from last week's session. Now, it's time for us to focus on this week's session on writing task 10. Are you ready to find out what you will be writing about this week for writing task 10? Let's have a look. For this week's topic, we will be focusing on your dream job. It doesn't really matter whether this is your current job or not. It doesn't matter. I'd like you to take a few minutes just to think about what your dream job is, what your dream job was, or what your dream job will be. That's right. So take the time to imagine what your dream job was in the past, what it is now, or what it will be one day in the future. And of course, take some notes on paper to help you to plan your writing in advance. I also have so there we go, in the past, in the present, and in the future. I also have some focus questions to really help you. So listen really carefully, or even better, pause the video and take some notes. Or if you'd prefer, you can come back at the end of the video once you've watched everything and take some notes then. Are you ready? So, the questions to help you plan and prepare for this topic are: what attracts you to this job? What is so special about this job for you? Is it just a dream? What will you do, or what did you do to make it a reality? Do those questions help you focus your thoughts and really plan what you'd like to write? I truly hope so. Now to the most important question. How long should it be? I'd like you to really dive deeply this week and give lots of details in your writing. So let's aim for about 1.5 to 2 pages this week. How does that sound? Great. I absolutely cannot wait to read what you write. It's going to be so interesting learning a little bit more about all of you and your career interests. So do make sure that you share your writing with me. I'd love to see it. I'd love to read it. So now for those of you who would like to be challenged, I have an extra little task for you. I'd like you to try and include these particular words in your writing task for this week. Give it a go. It's a little bit more challenging if you do this, but it's oh so worth it. The words for this week are accelerate as a verb, crucial as an adjective, and development as a noun. They're really great words, aren't they? Have fun using them and definitely make the effort to include them in your writing. Well, we've reached the end of this week's session. I thank you for sticking with me till the end. And I hope that you have really enjoyed being introduced to today's writing topic. Please do also take the next step and actually sit down and write about your dream job. That's your task for today, for this week. That's your homework. And absolutely don't forget that I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions at all, please get in touch. That's what I'm here for, okay? So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed session number 10. Do come back again at the same time next week for much more writing, learning, and development. I've got a great topic and a great practice session ready to go just for you. Have a wonderful week and happy writing. Thanks, everyone. Bye.